okey lah untuk budak-budak je.
Sofia.
Okey, jom. Wih. Wih. Jom. Kat situ, situ tengah.
Sofia,
Okay,
jump.
go to in the middle. Jump.
Sofia, jump. Jump.
Wih.
Sofia, jump.
Dia tengok miau tu tak?
Sofia. Sofia.
Ha, ini video. Ha. Sukanya.
Dia ada air kedai boleh macam
Cantik ni. Sudah. Ya ke? Kita ada nampak 1, 2, 3, 4.
sekolah apa yang?
Mazhab Maliki.
Aduh, dia ni lagi.
sini lepas. Sofia.
Oh, Melaka.
Wih.
Power tak power Melaka Malik.
Malaysia.
Sampai ke mati kita jajah.
Iya, dia McDonald. Kena kaya.
Ih, cah.
Masuk.
خلاص كده ونلف وارجع
Tak payah naik.
هي دي تبقى
Ada.
نلف وارجع لك انت عايز تروح تشوف عند العماره شوف اللي انت عايز تروح فيه
Wah, Sofia beli apa tu? Wih.
Airport pun dia punya rate dia okey lah.
harga runtuh
Harga runtuh.
t-shirt 30 t-shirt
Sekejap ah. Sekejap. Kejap.
Touch camera ke? Video.
Kenapa kencing ke?
Makan.
Ya, kalau naik kuda betul lagi buka lagi kan. Tapi suka naik apa?
Ya. Oh. Oh, yang. Orang. Tak apalah, janganlah. Macam tu kerja dia.
Ya, dia tu bye-bye. Acu naik horse tu. Kait. Weh. Acu sama ini. Ya. Oh. Wih, semua dah naik. Kak ini dah jalan. Kak Ida belakang. Sofia. Tak kisahlah banyak mana pun satu kereta sepala.
Dah kotor dah. Ini banyak tai unta dah. Banyak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Oi, asal kamu mungkin? Iya.
Boleh tukar screen ni.
Boleh?
Dua ke depan tak boleh.
Sofia, dapat apa? Adik, beli berapa gambar Mia pula? Sini.
Allah, ada dalam beg.
Abang, oh ha. Ha kakak, ha kakak, kakak ha. Oh ha kakak. Ha abang, abang pula. Oh ha abang, dia sayang semua. Ha kakak pula. Oh ha lagi. Ha abang pula. Dia.
Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me.
Ku.
Papi sama saya.
Tak boleh ni. Tak boleh ni. Come here. Come here. Belakang depan ni.
Kalau makan dia dah.
La la la.
Nah.
Ni.
Kita kat sana. Betul tak? Nanti kan kita tak ada masa.
Kapal kan ni?
Syekh ni tak boleh habis.
Ya Habibi.
Ambil gambar tu, paruh boleh tu. Sini lah, sini.
Eh,
Oh, ni entrance ni. Ke ni.
wah, Safia. Dia naik boat.
Ni nak kenapa ni? Yang. Video apa tu? Oi, buat share.
Video.
Video. Bukan ni.
Sampai.
Being prized for its perfume, the lotus symbolized resurrection to the ancient Egyptians. because the flower opens when the life-giving sun is out and closes when the sun sets. Thutmose III was one of the greatest generals of ancient times. He succeeded to the throne of Egypt at about 8 years of age, but was supplanted by his stepmother, Queen Hatshepsut, who ruled as pharaoh for the next 22 years. During this time, Thutmose trained in the priesthood and the army. As pharaoh, he carried it on the Nile to prevent him from being killed by pharaoh's soldiers. The child was discovered by a member of pharaoh's family and was brought up in the royal palace. Eventually, he became a prophet who led his own people, the Hebrews, out of Egypt. The sister and wife of Osiris has her son Horus on her knee. Isis was worshipped all over Egypt as a mother goddess who typified the faithful wife and devoted mother. In the early centuries AD, the cult of Isis was taken to Europe by Roman soldiers who had served in Egypt. The most famous temple of Isis occurred every summer. This enabled tax assessors to estimate the revenue from the grain harvest the following spring, BC. And during the New Kingdom from 1550 onwards became the king of the gods, because he was the god of the Theban kings who drove out the Hyksos, the Asiatic rulers who had ruled Egypt for 150 years. The largest ancient temple in the world, the Great Temple of Karnak in Luxor, fell against snakes and scorpions, and was particularly regarded as a patron of women in childbirth. In general, Best was the god of pleasure and enjoyment of every kind. Were used for storage and as cages for small animals and birds. The Egyptians today still use the various parts of the palm tree for the same purposes. There were many different kinds of fish in the Nile and its canals which made good food, and fishing was also popular as a sport. One method of fishing can be seen here, where a net is stretched between two boats and the fisherman hits the water with a stick to frighten the fish into the net. Let's see if he's been lucky today. Water and chopped straw into a thick paste. This paste is put into a wooden mould and the bricks are then simply left to dry in the sun. As there is little heavy rain in Egypt, these mud bricks can last for centuries. The houses of the ancient Egyptians, even the palaces of the
Dah lama dah rupanya.
glassmaking was introduced into Egypt after the military campaigns of Thutmose III about 1450 BC, when captive glassmakers were brought here from Syria. Glass was used for making beads, inlays, amulets and small vessels, which were formed around a core as glass body were removed and preserved separately. The body was dried out by being covered with natron salt, a form of soda found in the deserts of Egypt. The body was then cleaned and embalmed and wrapped in several layers of linen bandages. Pottery making is one of the oldest crafts in Egypt, dating back to about 6000 BC. The clay is kneaded with water and mixed with ground potsherds or chopped straw, which helps the finished pot to dry evenly without cracking. The potter forms the pot with his fingers as he kicks the wheel round with his foot. The handles are added afterwards, shows the different stages in decorating a stone wall. First of all, the surface is levelled, then smoothed and polished with a piece of hard stone. Grid lines are marked in red on the prepared surface to ensure accurate enlargements of the original drawings. The artist copies the outline onto the wall, working from the sketch made by the chief artist on a small slab of stone or a piece of papyrus. Then the sculptor carves the design in relief with his mallet and chisel. Finally, the details would be painted in colour. It was important to the pharaohs that the army was well equipped at all times. Weapons included bows and arrows, swords, battle axes and spears, as well as with wooden bars. This scented extract is then mixed with oil or fat as a base. For clothing and many other purposes. Bundles of flax stalks are pulled through a large wooden comb to remove the tops and leaves. The stalks are soaked in water for a few days to soften them, and then beaten with a wooden mallet. They are then pulled through a smaller comb to separate the fibres from the outer woody covering, and the good fibres are picked out and spun into thread on a spindle. The fine linen thread is then woven into cloth on a loom. The earliest looms in Egypt were horizontal, and the upright loom was brought to this industry was papyrus paper making, for which the government had the monopoly. The lowest part of the stem is the best part for paper making. The outer green rind is peeled off, and the white pith is sliced into thin strips which are soaked in water. After repeated soaking, the now pliable strips are placed on a piece of cloth in 2 layers, one vertical and one horizontal. The surface of the sheet thus formed is then hammered with a wooden mallet to cause the fibres of the 2 layers to... Wine was appreciated in pharaonic times, and this scene shows the method of winemaking. Bunches of ripe grapes are taken to the vat where the grapes are trodden out, and the juice extracted is poured into large pottery jars to ferment. When this process is complete, the jars are sealed with a clay seal, which is stamped with the date and the name of the vineyard where the grapes were grown.
The leader of the Syrian people.
Ha? Okay.
Each shape refers to an answer. Who gave up this? One of the French scientists called he succeeded to decode that.
Bilik nobleman. Apa tu?
Kedua lebih dulu orang bơi.
Ada orang toilet. Oh, kencing dia. Heaven's house. Ni
The
orang.
house of the poor man, and as you see, all the houses
Kan kau miskin.
for all the members of the family.
Makam. Yang. Yeah, I know. Yang.
Ya, Laksa temple.
Alam mami anak main. Tak boleh.
Is it?
Pandai melukis tu ni ya.
Itulah pandai okey.
Gambar sensor kan.
Dia memang tak insert. Tak ada orang boleh. Tak boleh eh? Tak tahu.
Daun-daun resin tu kan.
Sofia nak naik boat. Selamat berubat. Hai. Hai. Terus.
Mem.
Dia naik boat. Tok Obah ada. Mai ni hacu. Papa.
Yang kata pun.
Sampai. Nah, kita punya cruise. Ha.
Sofia. Baby. Sofia. Baby.
Sofia tengok play.
Sofia.
Sofia. Ikan juga. Mama mahal.
You will visit essential oil and medical oils and we can do massage for free.
Mana?
Wih, apa ni?
Happy and you know you stomp your feet. That's all. You happy? Pulang tu biar ikut ni. Lihat.
Siapa nak rasa kat sini?
Sofia, Kyla.
Rasa.
Takut tak buang masuk air.
Kita nak ambil gambar ni. Jom yang kita dua.
Jom.
Agaknya apa kena beri belakang dia? Ni dia belakang.
Izzat baik-baik. Yang. Mak.
Jadi kita baring. Lepas tu.
Kita dah ambil kan.
Oh tengok. Ni apa? Kat ini yang Faruk. Yang.
Iya.
Oh, that's okay.
Foto?
That's okay, that's okay. Yeah.
Video,
Sofia, video. Fia naik apa ni? Fia naik apa? Naik horse.
Okay, guys, it's a start point for us. In order to crowning the king of Egypt. Okay, and here we easy. Okay, so when the woman give the birth. Okay, yes.
Ataupun orang-orang kerja.
No, hold hai papa. Takut.
Okay, here you can see the most important scene when we see the small statue of the King Ptolemy. Okay, behind. Okay. He perfumes the god and refines the smell. Okay, and when he bed,
Tengok yang dance tu yang macam kita ada show mungkin entah Lisa sahih. Ami, min guys.
okay, over there we can see Fly Temple. Fly Temple, okay? You can see it? Fly Island, yes. In the middle of the River Nile.
Yang. Yang. Oh, that one eh?
Yang. Ya. Jalan-jalan.
Oh, sorry.
Ha? Mana? Bukan main.
And Noon and Zahid catch her hand and take her to the second room. Okay? Yes.
Ni bilik baby. Baby punya ni.
Yang
Dia lari dia sembunyi kat sini. Sebenarnya island kan?
Ni bilik apa ni? Cantik betul lah. Kan dia kata temple ni. Dia sama je tapi dia ni cantik.
Miren aquí, esto de nuevo encima del disco solar se ve la representación de Cis, el trono. Aquí se ve la representación de quién, la representación de
Ha.
I tak berdua je nak guna. Kita minta beauty short hair duduk bawah tu Kak. Kak, macam tu sejuk. Duduk je bawah.
Mana ni?
Video.
Fillet of fish. Temple fillet of fish.
Jalan. Wih, buat. Dia pandai pula tu jadi kuda.
Apa?
Siapa tu? Aunty. Aunty buy apa? Lah, dah sleep. Macam mana? Lah. Dah bangun? Asyik.
Bye Sophia. Bye bye.
Bye.